Welcome. Thank you so very much for joining me here. This is your weekly love reading. It's for November 24th through 30th, 2025. My name is Carolyn. Two of you have been going through a lot of upheaval. Last week, there was a lot showing up around the foundation, the money, the new earth wealth coming in, and your roles in creating those new systems as divine counterparts and the new family tree, the new bloodline with that foundation. So we're moving more into this new earth timeline, and I'm hearing the rejection template. We're not going to be going back to that here any longer. So it does feel like we've crossed the bridge. Let's see what the energies are showing up this week. So more about building in the new earth rather than clearing the old earth, right? To get to that 0 point. So we have forgiving for the overall energy for the two of you this week, with my God card coming through really good. And then the Tower. So God is coming in to delete whatever needs to go. It looks like what the Tower is going to be doing is clearing that third party karmic, the false light, the spell, what has been keeping, like, interfering in your union, because it's not just people, like there's so many layers to this third energy that has been involved. So it looks like the Tower card is what God's coming in to clear this out, so you two can get more stable, heal, reunite together, get your power back. A lot looks still like the solar plexus, masculine power, get the confidence back. So let's see where this is for you. Your thoughts towards the union. We have lovable, and this is with the masculine, with the thief entity and the Seven of Swords entity. So this is the same thing. The Seven of Swords and the thief are like the energy vampires. So there could be something here with the masculine. Possibly there's been a lot of relationships with this entity, and it's now like maybe you're even like this masculine's had to detox a lot of these templates out of them as well here, right? So it feels like a big shift. And so this could be where for your consciousness to shift out of thinking about being taken advantage of, manipulated, lied to, cheated on, betrayed, into I'm going to be loved. This masculine's going to love me, respect me, be loyal, be faithful here. So there's some sort of elimination of this entity, which could be where the forgiveness and the Tower card is for you here, to help you be at that 0 point so you can open up and receive love from your kingdom counterpart here. And emotionally, we have the spirit baby coming through here. So this is a rebirth. We've got the Jezebel Dark Mother template here. This is also like the last of temptation. So that was showing up last week in the extended reading. And like addictions and stuff like that, to especially out of your counterpart here, to clear that out, that whole system out, right? The beast system. And the last card we have is the Princess of Pentacles. So this could be like the rejection template with your mother, your father here. This is a rebirth for you and a new beginning emotionally here. So I think whatever has been coming up or is going to be coming up this week here is transmuting. So it could be all the different layers and levels of this. This would be that third energy here for you, right? The third party karmic energy, of where this incepted itself into you and took advantage of you. So you're going to see this very clearly and accurately, especially in your own conscious, subconscious mind, intuitively understanding it as well. So there's looks like some expansion and also some support. So maybe in the past these things have taken you down, shut you down, then you put blocks up, you're not receiving all the stuff we've been talking about last week about opening up to receive. And then this could be the layer that's coming up that's been in the way of you receiving here. And then the financial loss is also what I'm hearing. So there's a lot of whatever, like it's an inverted system here. These people are like basically against God, against God's people. So they would attack you, right? Because you're God's chosen. So I think you're getting to the bottom of how this has played out in your life, where this started from, and also removing it out of the body as well. So if it was genetic, and we've all had, we're across the human race is crossbred, unfortunately, right? So we're removing that crossbreeding, the fallen angels, the reptilian stuff, Anunnakis. It's having to delete all these things out of the DNA, out of the cellular memory, so they're not imprinted, they're not genetically continuing on for the newer generations coming in. So you might be able to see this week where it has been in your DNA, where it has been ancestral patterning, where it was the lifestyle you were raised in, for example, the way mom and dad treated you. That you're getting some sort of overstanding is what it feels like this week, which will help you clear this block. So it's coming to the light. So because it is clearing, and it's coming to the light so that you can process through this right now. And in the blocks, we do have clouded. So this is where it feels like the processing through this is going to be happening for you this week. Unable to think clearly, unable to make decisions, and poor concentration with the Great Fortune card and the Queen of Wands. And this is new money coming in is what I'm hearing. And she looks pretty, like her dress is all tattered there and stuff. So like she doesn't look like she's been in a very healthy, wealthy type of position here. But like I'm being shown, you're being risen up. And this new month, so it's all still connected to what was being processed through last week, and is probably going to go to that Taurus full moon next week. I know it's the what is it, Sagittarius, what? No, sorry, let's look at the calendar here. Yeah, Gemini full moon, but it's in, the moon will be in Taurus, so I'm going to say it's the Taurus full moon, right? That this is all about that Taurus resolve for you, the money, the luxury, the lifestyle, having a stable, healthy you. This feels like the foundation that you two are a match on. It's like you're not fragmented any longer. You're both healed. You're both healthy. You're both well taken care of. You take care. It's good self-care kind of things, right? Within yourself, so you're not depending on them to fill that for you, and vice versa, right? So this is going to come in for you both. We have balance for your action steps this week. Feeling harmonious within due to both the masculine and feminine energies being balanced. With the concern card, this is something that's the reptilian DNA is what I'm hearing. And then the 9 of Pentacles here. And so it's like the winter season, but she looks better taken care of. She looks more like, even though it's the winter type of energy here, she's warm, she's provided for herself, these sorts of things. So I think this is the internal environment that you're maturing on, evolving on. And it's like, even no matter what the external world, what's going on there, I've got the comforts of home is what I'm hearing. Like you're taken care of, your well-being is taken care of. And this is something that you're resolving within yourself here. And I think it's an inner state that when it's healed of this thief energy, of the trauma, of the childhood, of the punishment, right? Of the betrayal, the affairs, that sort of thing, right? When you're a healed person and these things are not part of your past, they're not in the cells, they're not in the subconscious mind, they're not in the DNA strands. It's like your point of attraction is higher. You're in a different vibration. You can just focus on the receiving component. And I feel like this is what's coming up to delete, basically, so that you can raise up in life. Generally, I think it's a general lifestyle, a general health and well-being, a general financial wellness, and a leveling up so that you two are in that stable foundation for union to come together here. Not carrying these things with you. So I think this is mentally and emotionally coming up for you, Deception, to see these patterns a bit more clearly, these cycles, and bring some closure to them as well. And for your counterpart this week in their thoughts towards your union, we do toxic addictions. So this was in the extended reading last week. We did start clearing this out. Substance behaviors used to numb their feelings. So use of substances essentially here. With the journeying card here, the mountain card, and then the 8 of Wands. So it's time for them to get going, to leave. I think this toxic addiction template, this is that beast system here. That was always like creating challenges and pulling them back down away from union, right? So this is really, if we look at a dimensional shift, it's like these things are, all these toxicity things are all just to keep you stuck in the matrix, essentially. So this is you two breaking the matrix here and not being a slave to the system any longer. And whether it was through the abuse or the substances, that you're not controlled here and stuck in those scenarios any longer. And that's where like it creates the victimhood, the poverty consciousness, all these sorts of things we were talking about last week. So these are the underlying energies that are coming up and surfacing to delete out of this equation here. So things are going to happen quickly for your counterpart to get moving here, to wake up and get going. We have manifest in their emotions with the spell work card, and then the devil. So this is where they've been fragmented. And this devil card, he's just like got money like leaving him, right? It's like his pockets are constantly empty. And this is where I think it gets a depletion here. And I was talking last week about, God's not going to give us money, so it will go out to this addictions, and the system and the beast system. It's about keeping that money, growing it for God's kingdom, for the two of you, right? For the new lifestyles coming in and all these sorts of things. So this is what they got to get really clear on and break that spell. So when they are creating, it's for your future, for the new earth, for the Most High God, for them, and not for others, for the devil, essentially, right? So it looks like the spell, I think the tower here, the spell is breaking. God's coming in to break this spell off your counterpart here, off the masculine, so they're not staying stuck in that beast system here any longer. And in their blocks, we have assertive, standing up for oneself in a calm and positive way, able to get the points across without upsetting themselves or other people. So it sounds like healthy communication, healthy but firm communication, with the 2 of Wands. And then we also have the doorway here for them. So it's the same energy here. They're at the door. This is the opportunity to move on, to set boundaries here, change the behaviors, make lifestyle changes as well. And just basically create boundaries with the spell work. And all this assistance is coming in to help assist them with this, but it is free will. So this is also connected with their self-esteem, with their value, with their confidence to deserve and deservingness. Because I think like this is a weakness, this addiction template here, where it's easier to just give in to the addiction than to stand in their confidence, stand in their power, set the boundaries and these sorts of things. So they're being pushed to level up here and take more control over these lower vibrations, right? And curb those addictions and stuff like that here. It's like the old world is what I'm hearing it as, and it does need to end, right? These toxic addictions. So they have the death card in their action steps is 13. It just feels like the 13th month as well. So it could be, the next few months that this is finally completing on, and like I'm seeing a happy family, this is kind of what was coming through last week, is to get to this happy home, happy family, happy lifestyle, happy foundation, like a successful family unit and home and love and relationship together here, is to overcome this. And it looks like this is where it's heading. And I feel like in December, January, like the next 4 months, 2.5 to 4 months, it was showing up. That this is all coming together here. We have teamwork, so that's really good, like the balance, the teamwork. These are similar energies here. So both of you are really having to personally let go of what has been controlling you two. behind the scenes. And then we have wealthy man. So now it's like, instead of the money going out here being spelled to deplete financially, foundationally, the health, the well-being of your counterpart, the lifestyle, it's now about maturing, growing, and evolving here for the two of you for the long term, right? So this is a huge week where the old world is not going to be in control of the two of you any longer. God is coming in to put an end to these systems here for the two of you. So again, you can get stable, strong, and start growing from a very firm, stable foundation. And so your action steps of your union this week, we have the heartbreak card here, the three swords, three swords. But there's the lightning in the background, like that's my God energy here. So like manipulation tactics, I'm also hearing, underneath all of this, I feel like a lot of accessing this is through emotional manipulation. And we have self-care with that. And then the main female, this is going to be you, the divine feminine here. So it's all to move on here and be put first as the divine feminine Christ, as chosen, that your counterpart also puts you first and sees you through the veil, past this spell here, as their chosen beloved counterpart, that they're going to be waking up into here. So the way that these things manipulated, hurt, and destroyed the two of you here to keep you separated is what is dissolving, because God is coming in to put an end to these things for the two of you here. And so you can get back to the truth, the healed truth of who the two of you are and what you two are meant to be together in union and creating and building the new earth together. So we will be going into this week's extended reading. If you would like to join us, the link is down below. We're going to do the shamanic God code healing. We're going to get more cards as well, go deeper into this week's reading, and then heal, clear, align, activate, and attune whatever is available for the two of you to be receiving this week. So if you'd like to join us, the link is down below. Thank you so very much for joining me here, and God bless you. Have a very blessed week. Take care.